Well, hello Instagrammers and YouTubers alike, and welcome back to Retro Direction. This is Michael, and as promised, welcome to my latest review. This one is for a game by Banpresto, which was released back in December 1997 on the PlayStation in Japan only, and it's called Critical Blow. Sit back and just enjoy this very brief intro because it's quite worth it for those of you that like manga and anime. Not bad, was it? Short and sweet, just as we all like it to be. Hello, reflection of me. And I love that Japanese announcer. Critical Bro! You just love the Japanese. Anyway, game modes. Now, first of all, this is a one-on-one 3D graphics fighting game. Now, when I say 3D graphics, it's because the graphics are 3D, but the fighting is strictly along a 2D plane. So I thought I'd specify that one. So tournament mode is your basic arcade game where you just, fight all the fighters until you unlock the various characters and you fight the last boss. Trading mode is where the game is extremely interesting because you sort of fight various characters and you fight to sort of gain cards that help your character acquire special moves, extra moves, all kinds of sort of interesting things that you could add on to your character to make him or her more powerful. And you can use these characters in the various versus modes as well. Hang on, let's get back to that main menu. That's never going to get old. But anyway, so first of all, just go into option mode. So you've got your various difficulties. I'll set it to easy and rounds to 1. So yeah, back to the trading system. You can sort of fight to earn these cards, and then you can obviously trade them with your friends. And basically it just makes your character more powerful. It is interesting and it increases the longevity of the game. Theatre mode is your story mode that features only one character, which is Ricky Leon on his journey to becoming, something of a badass. But anyway, let's have a look at the game's graphics first of all. And now, apologies, this won't be an exceptionally long review. That music's incredible, isn't it? I just love the Japanese music. Now, for the purposes of the video, I've put infinite health on the characters, so I don't keep dying and restarting, and I've unlocked them all. So, yeah, this is one of the secret characters, Merquar. Sigway, I think is how you call him, and Hagami, I think. But anyway, they're a great bunch of characters, but we'll start with Ricky. Let's say he's the star of the show. Now, gameplay wise, the game plays very much like Street Fighter in its execution of the various moves. We'll go past this bit. And so you'll find that by inputting controls for like fireballs and dragon punches, you'll get a lot of the special moves out. But anyway, let's first of all, there you go. It's not easy. Now the game's very fast paced. It's got very good controls and it plays really well. And you can do your various combination attacks. I don't know every single special move. Now, I haven't played this for a long time, so we don't have to worry about how hard it is. Because I've got infinite HP on. So, very nice chunky graphics. The characters, again, they're a little on the angular side, but who cares? This was the PlayStation, and back in the day, these were good. In fact, they still are, in my humble opinion. Now, you've got really interesting backgrounds to sort of fight on. They're kind of a bit 3D, and let's say the more distant backgrounds are 2D. Like, for example, that cityscape at night time in the background. That was like a 2D bitmap. But the main, let's say, features of the backgrounds are all 3D. That's your special move there. Oh! Now it is quite an underrated gem, and this unfortunately never saw the light of day outside of Japan, and it is actually quite a crying shame, because I think had this been released in the UK back in the day, it would have gained a good few followers. It would have been very successful, I think. I mean, it plays really well. It's not sluggish, it's not clunky, the characters respond very well. There's no lag when you, you know, after the input on your buttons. It's a really polished game. And here you go. There's another very interesting background here, where you're fighting on the roof of a moving train. Hey, that big character looks like me. I used to look like Ricky, you know, in my younger days. Now I look like the big guy with the bald head. And there you go. Now the card trading system I haven't really exploited very well, because it's got some Japanese text in there, which of course I can't understand. And you got it. There you go. And of course you got some very good light sourcing on the characters. Yeah, it's similar light sourcing to the Tekken 2 and so on and so forth. So it's not bad at all, really. Who are we fighting now?
3, 2, ready, go!
Now your characters are your typical fighting game characters. You've got quick ones, like Ricky, and you've got big, slow, powerful ones, like this guy and the guy before him. There's a couple of slightly more monstrous ones. There's a mech kind of guy that I fought in the beginning. And we'll get rid of him and make short work of him. Anyway, now that's the problem with doing YouTube videos. You keep getting people phoning you. Like at the moment, I've just had a phone call. I hope that doesn't show up on the video. There you go. Now this is a nice background, isn't it? Snowy mountain tops. Now you see this character I'm fighting. I think he's the main character in this game's prequel, because this game, believe it or not, has a prequel released a year before. It's called Shadow Struggle, and it's not bad, and I will be touching on that too. I think in order to make this review a little bit more complete, because it will be rather short if I review just Critical Blow, but I'll let you have a look at Shadow Struggle as well. It is worth it. Now, if you ever see these games, then I don't think they're very expensive to buy, so if you see them, they are worth snapping up. Because although I'm not utilising the special moves very well, because I don't remember them as such, as you can see, it plays very well. It's very quick, very responsive. And the graphics are very nice and bright and colourful. Now, don't let appearances fool you. The game's moves are numerous. There you go. And yeah, he's certainly triumphant, isn't he? Well, there you go. This is Critical Blow. Now, I remember when I first bought this, it was back in the day when we had, you know, the CEX franchise, used to be called Computer Exchange. My local one used to import PlayStation and Saturn games. And so I used to sort of go there purposely looking for these little hidden gems. And I just saw this one staring at me on the shelf. It wasn't even very expensive. It was about £24 at the time, back in '97. And it was brand new and sealed as well. It was actually factory sealed. And I thought, hey, very good. And I bought it straight away. I looked at the back and I saw it was a fighting game. And back in the 90s, I really loved, you know, these 2D and 3D one-on-one fighting games. I know my favourite genre, just to remind you all, is the 2D scrolling beat 'em up, as in Streets of Rage 2. Always be my favourite game. But I looked on the box here and I thought, okay, now this is going to interest me, and I just bought it, kind of blindly. And I actually loved it. And my best friend at the time, when he was still living in England, he was quite impressed as well. I think he found a copy for himself. But all these little rarities, I sort of snapped them up, and they truly are hidden gems, and this one is very much a hidden gem. So anyway, that's pretty much Critical Blow in a nutshell. So what I'll do now is, I've got a little bit of recording time left, so I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to get Shadow Struggle, and I'm going to show you. So, bear with me, and I shall return. Okay, and we're back, and I'm sure that worked, because that worked last time. So I'm still experimenting with my cell phone here. But, right, so this is Shadow Struggle. This is the prequel to Critical Blow. Again, it's a Banpresto game. And we'll skip the intro because it's not quite as good as the first one. But there you go. So now Arena Game, again, is kind of similar to the trading game in Critical Blow, where you fight to sort of gain special moves. And you can also gain the moves belonging to other fighters. Now, I'm sorry about the focus there. Hopefully that'll sort itself out in a minute. There you go. That's the thing with cell phones. Until I get my incredible video capture card and learn how to use it, we're going to have to put up with the old style here. Right, Kay, the guy I was fighting against before, is the actual main character of this game. I don't think Ricky's in this one. So anyway, let's choose Kay. Oh, I'm fighting myself here. Now again, graphics very good, very bold. Light sourcing, lighting, special moves. It's not quite as not quite as quick paced as Critical Blow, but it's not bad. See if I can remember the moves now. See, it's not quite as quick, but it's good. Now, once you get, that rage meter that's at the bottom left of the screen, well, it's underneath each character's life bar there. If that fills up, you become like really powerful for a short period of time, and you can unleash an incredible super speed barrage of punches and kicks. Let's see if I can get it quick. Now, my opponent here's one's worked. Oh, you idiot. There you go. Now, I could have gone on forever there at pelting him. So the characters, again, are quite angular, but we're not going to sort of show that any disrespect this was the PlayStation at the time, and despite looking angular, I think that was quite a stylish look for polygon fighters at the time. Now the backgrounds are kind of, yeah, okay, they're flat 2D backgrounds, but they've got a little bit of animation in each one, or at least in most of them. Here you've got this very attractive waterfall. So it's really not bad at all. In fact, now that I'm playing it again after I haven't done for so many months, I'm actually quite enjoying it. So it's nice to share these things with fellow retro gamers. Now, when I bought these, they were in superb condition. In fact, the instruction manual, strange as this may sound to you all, still smells of new print. You're going to pay for that. Exactly. Go away! And this one has ring outs. And I'm still getting phone calls here. Unbelievable. When you most want to do something, you get some pain in the bum that's ringing you. I don't really know who it is, but I don't care. I stick to my slogan here. You know where you stand with retro. So don't mess with the retro gamers. When we're busy, we're busy. Even if the world's falling down outside, if you're playing a retro game, leave us be. Now, as you can see, this game's got a good variety of special moves. Of course, I don't know what mine are. I'm going to use that gauge in the next round, I think. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you're proud of yourself, are you? Because you're dressed up in military clothing. Right, okay. There you go. Oh. And away you go. He's done. So now the backgrounds, they're not bad at all, are they? They're quite attractive. Yeah, this one hasn't got particularly any sort of specific little animations like the other ones have, but they're interesting. They're bright. They're colourful. They're bold. Bloody phone call again. There you go. Disturbing retro gamers like this. Unbelievable. There you go. Oh, you bastard. Well, he's got me. But, I mean, that's pretty much all we've got time for. Again, before my phone conks out. But anyway, two very underrated little gems here, which I would really recommend you snap up as soon as you can, if you find them. I think they're still available on eBay. And in talking about snapping these up, I know I bought Critical Blow first, and Shadow Struggle came out a year before, but I found Shadow Struggle in Computer Exchange a year later, and I thought, what's this? And I didn't know that it was its prequel. I had no idea what sort of a game it was. I just saw the screenshots on the back of the box, and I thought, yep, 2D fighter, I'm going to buy this. And so I did. And when I got it home, I saw, hang on a minute, I recognise these characters, or at least some of them. And then I sort of read up a little bit. I didn't have any internet at the time. I didn't have a computer. So I had to rely on the countless magazines that I bought, both back home in Italy and here to get sort of my sources of information about the various games. But anyway, there you have it. It's the little story over. Now, thanks for joining me, and the next games I'm going to review are going to be the Wipeout series. So take care and see you soon, and you know where you stand with retro.